What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So I originally started this video, I was gonna throw around this little wake bait, and I did, and I caught some fish on it, and I switched to a crawl just to see what I could catch. I ended up catching a lot more fish with the crawl. So the remainder of this video, I fished a crawfish. A couple different lure companies, but all in all, it seems like these fish really wanted the crawfish. But this has turned out to be one heck of a day of fishing, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into the fishing. He's big enough, he could have ate it. It's a nice one. There we go. Another respectable size right there. Thanks for the fight, bud. That Nico Craw. And they're definitely keyed in on some crawfish here. Another good one right there. Good morning, guys. So I briefly touched on one of these new lures I want to try out, and here it is. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but it's a little wake bait picked up from Bait Finesse Empire. It might be a little early in the year for a wake bait, but the way these bass have been chasing some minnows and that underspin I've been using makes me really want to try this lure. So I'm gonna make a few casts with it this morning and see what happens. There's a fish. Well, those little guys again. It's alright, at least we broke in a new lure here. I did switch out the treble hook that was on this because the one that was on it was really dinky. I didn't want to get into a nice smallie and have it bend it out. There we go, first one on this lure. Not even gonna lie, if I hook onto a big one with this, I'm gonna be stressing a little bit because this treble hook is pretty tiny. It's like a size 10. I do have my drag set pretty loose though, so should be alright if we play them right. There we go. Did you guys see that? He came up and missed it, came back for it. We got a one-eyed smallie here. Maybe that's why he missed it the first time, he couldn't see it. Go, beautiful dark patterns on that guy. Number 2 on that little wake bait. Thanks for the fight, bud. One thing I really like about this little wake bait, it's got a blade hanging down right there. Gives a little bit of flash like a minnow. This definitely isn't a lure that I can see myself throwing too often, but I feel like if the water is really low or really pressured, I feel like this would be a good lure for those conditions. There's one lure I also want to get into this year, some wake baits. So if you guys know of any finesse wake baits, leave it in the comments below. Alright, I'm going to cut this off real briefly, tie on a crawfish. Make a few casts back down through here. Alright, so nothing too wild and crazy, just a little finesse ZMAN crawl here on a, I think it's like a 1/8 ounce or 16th ounce little Ned. Super light, very small, compact. Oh man, just missed something. It felt really nice right there. Another one feels nice actually, whatever it is. Well, it's probably a smallie. Just missed one too right here that felt good. Pretty sure the one I just missed right here got a hook in him, so I don't think this is him, but could have been his friend. Again, this one was just on that little Z-Man Craw. Thanks for the fight, bud. I know this video is kind of to showcase that wake bait, but I gotta give a huge shout out to these little Z-Man Craws. I mean, over the years I've been using them on small little Ned heads, and these lures, man, they definitely produce some fish in my area. One of the main reasons I throw them is because last year it was really shallow, so something ultra finesse was helping a lot. And this Z-Man Craw is definitely ultra finesse. He's caught me a couple big ones too. Doesn't just catch the little ones. Another one right there in that same spot. Maybe I should have been throwing around this little crawl all morning instead of that wake bait. Oh, what is happening? Got him. Missed one caught. What the heck? Missed like 3 right there. I had one hit it, another hit it, and then the third one. There's one as soon as it was falling. Oh, 2 or 3 big ones with it. Really wish I had another rod right now. Let's get down here. Let's get this one unhooked. There's definitely more out there. Switched to a crawl that had some blue in it. As you can see right here, this is a Tackle Max crawl. Of course, I get the little baby. There's a bunch of other ones with them right there. Oh, definitely just got tapped by one right there. Missed them. Got him that time. This one feels nice. It's not a bad one. Once again, there's like 3 or 4 giants with it. I'm gonna get down so they don't see me. Another good one right there. I put down that little wake bait I was using. I came and started, as you guys saw back there. I figured I'd try with the crawl. Then I just moved spots and came right here. This time, oh my gosh, that fish about ripped the rod out of my hand. This is the time of year I've been waiting for Penge Creek. It's just teething with giants. And I think they're finally here. I think we just needed that warm up to come through. That fish absolutely crushed this. Got him. And I'm gonna stay down because I know there's gonna be more coming in with them. Another respectable size right there. Thanks for the fight, bud. See if we can get some of your bigger friends. Jeez, stick. It's was gonna say, if that's a fish, that is a giant. It's not. It's just some timber. That one feels decent. Once again, just gonna stay down. Oh, he just popped off. Hey, we still got him. This is just absolute madness right now. All right, they have this craw pretty much destroyed. I didn't bring any other of this color. I have a bag of them, but after being at the river the other day, I saw a crawfish that had blue in it, and this actually has blue in it. Kind of looks perfect to the one I saw. The only other craw I brought with me was a black Nico craw. There's nothing against that. I mean, it's gonna work. Nico craws are one of the best, especially durability. So we're gonna try this out. Again, I'm just trying to take the stealth approach here and stay low. These bigger ones are smart. But this is what I'm gonna try. A little black Nico craw, some chartreuse on its pinchers there. There was a time last year where I was out here fishing Pench Creek, and it was almost like mayhem. Every fish that I was catching was over 3 pounds. Got another good one here. Not a bad one at all. A Nico craw. And they're definitely keyed in on some crawfish here. And I know there's a bunch of lures that work for smallmouth. I mean, I showcase a lot of them on my channel, but I feel like a crawfish on a Ned rig or a jig, you just can't go wrong. I think that's a smallmouth. One of their biggest proteins is probably crayfish. One of the coolest parts about fishing out here in Pench Creek too is these bass just coming in waves. So you'll have like one big wave with some big ones coming through. Maybe like a week later, be another wave of some big ones coming through. Just makes it fun because you never know when that day is gonna be. I didn't know it was gonna be like this today, but I figured I'd come out here and try again. That guy was way out there in the current. And some of you comment on my videos saying, you know, you keep fishing the same spots. Well, I do, because not every day is like this. And some days you might get 1 or 2, and then look, I have days like today where I can't stop casting and catching them, and they're really decent fish. I can't predict whenever these fish are going to be here, so I have to just keep coming out and trying. And if I catch one, I mean, I make a video, or I add it to the video. But it's this exact scenario right here where I'm trying to find. Again, you just don't know when it's going to happen, so you just keep coming out and casting. Today's that day. I think it's because these past couple of days have been just pushing 70 degrees, 80 degrees. Just needed that warm up, get those water temps up. Now these fish are just thriving in here right now. Some of the biggest smallmouth I've ever caught come out of Pench Creek, especially in the spring. All right, I decided to switch my Nico craw to a mud bug color. I was using that black one, the chartreuse pinchers. I wanted to do something a little bit more natural because the water is almost crystal clear here. Oh, right there was, oh, did he come after it? Something swirled on it right there. Got him. Missed one and then he came back for it, and there's more with him again. Jeez, another one with him. Really nice too. There we go. Look at that one. That's one of the bigger ones I saw earlier coming in with the other ones. Might have helped switch into a more natural color. I don't really know. But I can tell you, switching to a crawl from that little wake bait was a big difference. That is nice fish right there. Just for the fight, bud. And sometimes when I walk up right to the bank here, I spook something. So I'm gonna make a cast first before I go walking up there. There we go. Big one, giant. All right, not massive, but it's a good one. They're just fighting like they're freaking 20 inchers. That's another dandy right there. Again, just pitched a crawl in. He was super shallow. Smoked it. Thanks for the fight, bud. All right, well, since I'm right here along the creek, I'm just gonna stay squatted down just so I don't spook anything. I find it hard to believe that there's only one right here in this spot. I guess so. I guess there was only one here. No, oh, I just had one right there. No way. Must have been a pretty decent one. Take a swipe at this thing. Too bad he pulled off. I wonder how big he was. Felt decent. Let's see if I can get that one I just lost on this crawfish here. Not sure if I got a hook in him or not, but if I didn't, he should bite again. There's the fish. Is it him? I don't know. It feels like a nice one. Very well could have been that same one that took a swipe at that swim bait. And he's big enough he could have ate it. That's a nice one. Again on the crawfish. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna say that was probably him. So that was a decent one. He's big enough to take a swipe at that. I think it's 4 3/4 inch. I think it's called the Shadtron, now that I think about it. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I'm gonna meet up with my friend, fish a different creek. Till the next video, you guys get out when you can. I encourage you, please, if you're not a fisherman or you don't fish that much, get a rod, get some lures, whether it's Nico, some type of swim bait, chatter bait, spinner bait. Just get something, tie it on, and make some casts, and you will not regret it. But I'll see you guys soon. Stay fishing, stay anchored. God bless you.